It's day 2, and first on her agenda, Nikki's about to meet with Pete's ex-wife Lynn to discuss Pete's fashion requirements.
I'm hoping, with all Lynn's knowledge that she's got over the 26 years she's been with Pete, that she's going to be a really good sounding board.
Congratulations, Nick. It's
Thanks.
great having you on board.
Thank you.
You've really got your work cut out for you the next few days. Yeah,
thanks for that.
The trousers that you're going to have made, I've brought the waistcoat.
Wow, that's pink.
So, isn't it? Hot pink. Yeah, so as close to this as you can possibly get.
Right.
The style he wants them is very narrow, high-waisted, above the ankle, with a zip front.
Yeah. Like a matador trouser, you said to me.
Yeah, yes,
Okay.
very much.
Have you ever, like... I'm going in the gossip here. Have you ever, like, had a time when Pete's lost his rag so much that you wanted to just leave?
Yeah, there've been a few times.
No, I've got to have the right outfit. It's got to look right.
So what's kept you from coming back?
Well, I understand that it's because he's nervous and he's stressed out.
What the flying fuck is this? Come on, Lynn. Ow, 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 ow.
You just have to put it down to his nerves, really, and not take it personally and just kind of focus on what you've got to do.
So on the wedding day, obviously, everyone's going to be staring at him.
Sure.
Is he going to handle that?
Yeah, he's used to it.
Okay.
He's very used to it. He doesn't particularly notice it a lot
Right.
of the time. Although this is his wedding, so he's going to have that wedding jitters as well.
But when I spoke to him earlier, you know, when we first started talking, first of all, it was about, you know, I don't know what I want to plan, and, you know, Michael's got all these ideas. And, you know, I had to say, look, this is your wedding too.
Michael will have a different set of problems to Pete. You know, he pays attention to detail. He's been the one that's planned the look of the ceremony, you know, the venue, you know, the colours. Pete's dealing with Pete, really.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
I can see
he's not
that.
as difficult as people think if he's working with the right person.
Right.
And I think that's you. I do.
Oh, thanks,
So good luck, babe.
Thank you.
Really mean that.
Oh, thanks, Val. You're welcome.
Like all good PAs should, Nikki first arranges her schedule, knowing that this is essential and will enable her to achieve the best of a limited time while also keeping Pete happy. With no time to waste, Nikki heads off to a fabric shop to source the material for Pete's pink trousers. Getting hold of Pete's measurements, however, is proving to be tricky.
This person's phone is switched off.
Who doesn't have an answer phone message on the phone these days? That's ridiculous.
Please hold the line.
Hi, Pete. This is Nikki. Can you give me a ring, please? If I can't get through to Pete, I can't confirm anything. I can't arrange anything. Yeah, it's quite funny. When Pete needs to get me on the phone, I'm always there. But when I try and get hold of Pete, it's almost impossible. If Pete doesn't get back to me within the next half hour, I'm going to have to make these decisions for him. It's not what I want to do. I'm sure he won't be happy, but I've got no choice. I can't leave people waiting. Hello? I've been trying to get hold of you.
I know, but I didn't recognise the number on the mobile and I'm half blind. Oh, I wanted you to come over here, but you can't come with a camera crew.
Right, well, I'm just going to go and get this fabric for you, and then I'm going to come around. Even more things I've got to add to my schedule. First of all, I've got to get these trousers. At the beginning, when I spoke to Pete about the wedding, he was actually OK. He felt it was OK because I was going to take a lot of the weight off his shoulders, but I could definitely tell there was a lot of nerves underneath. All right, honey, I'll sort it. All right, bye. Oh, God, too many phones, too many phones. Hello? Pete and Michael are high maintenance. There's a lot of calls that do come through in all hours.
Despite the phone calls, Nikki eventually makes it to her first destination, the fabric shop.
If I look slightly stressed, it's because I am. Right, do you know Pete Burns? Now, he's got a wedding coming up this Friday. I have to get some trousers made for him before Friday. Now, I've managed to get somebody who's going to do the pattern. I've got somebody who's going to make it. I just need the fabric. It has to match as best as possible to this waistcoat.
Yes, no problem, okay.
Hi, Michael. I'm in a fabric shop, so it's perfect timing for you to ring me. Do you know what trouser size he is? Because I know about the style. And how tall is he? All right, then. And I was quite lucky because the first shop I came across, they did loads of different fabric, and what they didn't have in stock, they could order in. So I took a load of swatches that I could go and show Pete, and then he could make a choice for himself.
Next on her list is to source a selection of wedding cakes to fit with the Romeo and Juliet theme.
Right, let me just run through what it is that I'm after, and then you'll have a better idea. What I'm looking for is kind of like themes of the Baz Luhrmann Romeo and Juliet film. Well, in the film, there's like a kind of sacred heart. It's like a heart with flames coming off it. Friday morning, if possible, I'm going to be there all day. Gold, and there's like a yellow background, and like it's a dagger with some kind of roses around it. Is it possible for you to actually bring it to the venue? Is it possible for someone to come and drop it off? Because I know it's really busy. Yeah, I need it for Friday. I really do appreciate this.
Her persistence pays off, and as Pete requested, Nikki has blagged not 1, but 3 cakes from as far-flung as Brighton.
So I know I've got 3 cakes, but to be fair, if I haven't seen them and one of them's kind of not up to scratch, at least I've got something to fall back on.
Next up is the Royal Society of Art. The wedding will take place in their 250-year-old vaults, originally designed as waterfront warehouses by John Adam. Having chosen the venue, Michael wants to meet with Nikki to discuss the finer details.
How's it going?
Good. Oh, you smell lovely.
Do I? I've got about half a bottle on. I'm really nervous that our wedding's been passed on to Nikki, because obviously I'm a detail freak, and it being so important to me, if any of those little things don't match up, I know I'm just going to go ballistic. So I really hope she's a fireball of organisation, or she can expect some serious slanging matches. You can concentrate on here. I'll do the bits that are to do with our bodies. You can do the things to do with the building. Suits for me to wear, rings, which I've got in my bag, hence the cross out.
Oh, thank God.
I've sorted it.
I thought, do you know what I thought? I thought at the last minute you're going to ask me to go down and
No. There's, as you see, the reason I wrote my final list on my arm, as I said to Pete, I can't lose my arm. Clutch, which is like the makeup-y bag for Pete, 300 being the maximum to spend on it.
There's a bit of a difference between a £300 clutch bag, glitter, and then tracky bottom to slobby.
Pete's budget's based on no budget whatsoever. We just come up with a figure and call it a budget. It makes us feel better, like we're really, being moderate with our spending.
Yeah, I get that budget where there is no budget.
Yeah, but then you can't have a budget when you Pete, because his is, you can't spell that word.
What's Pete? Hello?
I just need you over here. I need the support. I'm going into fucking meltdown.
Okay. All right, bye.
But I know Pete's very... but I'm not, so I can help too.
We talked about what the schedule was going to be for the day and what we were going to do in the evening to discuss, the place settings and things like that. And then he talked to me about the cake. And I was like, I haven't even seen the cake.
You've not actually seen them, you don't know what they're like at all.
No, but I know, and I'm desperate to see them, really.
You don't know how big they are, you don't know how...
Yeah, they're for 50 people. Each cake is 50. I've got 3 cakes going.
Any more cake, anyone?
Michael's really into the aesthetics of the wedding. I just thought, oh, God, I hope they turn out all right. But I had 3, so, 1 out of 3 was at least going to be good, I hoped. OK, so this is where the dining is going to be, with your top things. So it's quite a nice space, really, because they'll all flow, so you've got circular tables.
Yeah, completely.
So this is where the ceremony is going to be. There's going to be 2 aisles of chairs. This is at the front where you're going to be. You've got your good place out here. You have to smoke here because this isn't their property.
OK.
So you're allowed to. But, how...
rather than worrying about how it looks, the main thing is going to be nerves, wanting a ciggy, so it's cool. Even if it was a cesspit full of people dying, we'd probably just trample over them.
Make way!
Yeah, can you still hold an ashtray up? That'll do.
With the finer details agreed, Nikki heads off to meet with Pete, minus the cameras at his request.
I went and spoke to Pete in private. I needed to get some time with him. He was clearly quite stressed, and I thought the best thing we could do is sit down together, just run over things and let him know what it was, exactly what I was doing, to try and put him at ease.